Welcome to part 10 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. So now that we have finished our very first stage in Shadow's story, and yes, in terms of this gun commander, you might as well want to keep him in mind in terms of any screw-ups that might happen in the future later on. In Shadow's story, anyway. But now, we have to slowly skate our way into this barren and empty city. Well, to be fair, it is more lively than Bygone Island and Sonic Boom. And the 06 and Boom comparisons begin, or at least, hopefully there won't be many of them. Because I think everyone on the internet has gone long enough to say on how terrible Sonic Boom is. But now, just like Sonic the Hedgehog, we get our Lightspeed Dash, and we get our very first, well, memory shard. The blue memory shard. But oh, and do I actually do it this time? Let's see. Yeah, I do it this time. It's just funny to look at. You know, just stand backwards and do the Lightspeed Dash, and Shadow will go backwards. Just make sure you're going into the direction, you know, where the Lightspeed Dash is going. Otherwise, you will fall into the cliff. But now we are in the most barren and empty hub world in the entire game. Like, it's not too bad right here, you know. Oh, there isn't a lot of empty space, but when you get to this section, behold, that's how empty and lifeless this hub world truly is. Seriously, who the hell thought this was a good idea? I understand for the Egg Genesis boss battle, but other than that, fill this place up for Christ's sake. Oh god. It's not as bad with Shadow, but thanks to a certain other character that we're going to be playing as in another story. Ugh. But now we have one of Shadow's abilities. He's the Chaos Rage mode. Or Chaos Boost, I should say. What this lets us do is that it boosts Shadow's abilities, or at least supposedly. In fact, there's actually a power-up I forgot to mention. Shadow also has access to his Chaos Spear. So you jump up. I think you hold down the square button. Yeah, I think it's the square button. So you jump up, hold down the square button, and Shadow will charge a projectile weapon. And as of now, it can only stun enemies. Later on, we'll get an upgrade where Shadow's Chaos Spear will actually hurt enemies. But again, it's not really all that special. That section where we just passed by, actually, that was actually one of 4 hang gliding segments that Shadow will do. I would show Clement's the one part in Clement's review where he shows how pointless those hang gliding segments are. But in the last hang gliding segment, I kind of show it anyway, so nah. No, I might post a link in the description somewhere. But yeah, I'm not kidding when I'm saying those hang gliding segments are pointless. I'm gonna show why later on, though. I'm not going to explain it yet. So, since we're playing as Rouge again, we're actually doing a familiar set piece that was in the adventure games. Look for 3 objects. However, the difference here is that there's no radar. So, finding these keys can be a bit of a chore. However, to be fair, the keys are always in the same spot. Like, they're never randomized in set locations. They're always going to be in the same spot each time, so you don't have to worry about that. And thankfully, they're not placed in elaborate locations, so you don't have to worry about doing something really specific. Well, specific in a sense, like something that would look like doing tricks that would look like an exploit, per se. At least doing exploits. Right here, actually, the second key here is actually guarded by this laser gate. However, to bring down the laser gate, we have to destroy every enemy in the vicinity, meaning that all these enemies are on the wall. Well, what I have to use here is that when Rouge is on a wall, she can plant mines. She can plant bombs on the wall, and they'll explode after a set period of time. Admittedly, that is a good idea. I actually do. I even like the design to some extent. I don't know. There's just something about the wall bombs I feel that fits Rouge's his overall style. I mean, she is a government agent after all. so I mean, I don't think she has to be just as equipped as Batman, but I don't know. She can have her own abilities. She can have her abilities. But now that the last key is collected, we move on to this is where the vehicles start to really hurt. We are now introduced to the hovercraft. Now, here's problem number one when starting off with. Here's the problem number one. Yeah. You can blame the physics engine for that, to be perfectly honest. What you have to do is when you fall off that cliff, pull back on the analog stick. Not so much where you'll go backwards, but it's just enough but just enough so you can even yourself out when you land. Now in this section right here, take this section slowly, because if you don't, well, you're gonna get hit by the constantly falling towers. If so much of a single bullet hits the base of that tower, it will fall over. Oh yeah, what I'm doing here, not only should take it slow, but make sure you hold the camera up. This way, you'll know where the tower is going to fall, and you won't die here a lot. If it's your first time playing through this game, then yeah, you're gonna die a lot from that. Once you get to this tunnel segment, unless if you hit the walls, then you can go balls to the walls nuts. Well, to an extent. And I still recommend taking it slow in that section. But so far we are done with the hovercraft in this level. And that is pretty much it with the second section of Kingdom Valley. We just have to ride this eagle. Because yes, we haven't gone to any goal ring yet. And now for the third part of Kingdom Valley, which is basically Sonic's Kingdom Valley in reverse. And of course the video is lagging. So anyway, with this in mind, and I think it's back to, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So Shadow's Kingdom Valley. Oh. Yeah, keep in mind, remember how I said that when Sonic it went face first into that plate of stained glass? Yeah, that's gonna happen more often with Shadow the Hedgehog's case. And it makes you wonder, how does Shadow not react in pain? Because again, that's gotta hurt. But anyway, here, I actually do make use of Shadow's Chaos Spear. Where, again, it only stuns enemies, but later on in the game where you get upgrades for the Chaos Spear, like when it actually damages enemies, it's not going to be that special. Oh. Sorry, it's a habit. But actually, in terms of since we do get Shadow's Chaos boost powers, we actually have how should I put it? We actually have Shadow actually has access to a very new ability, Chaos Snap. I'm not gonna show it off until Flame Core, but what happens is that Shadow. Oh. What Chaos Snap does is that it lets Shadow snap to any enemy that's in the vicinity, or at least when it's a group of enemies. I do not recommend it for homing attack chains, but in terms of like just battling groups of enemies, well, when it works, but for the most part, yeah, you're kind of... Ooh, sorry. But for the most part, you're gonna be struggling. You're just gonna struggle with it. Cause again, that damn attack only works when it feels like it. But again, I'm not showing off yet. And here I'm actually having trouble with the grind rails because the Shadow likes to move forward on the rail. There we go. And it's at this point where I decided not to take any more shortcuts with these rails. I think this might be the last time we're actually gonna be... Oh wait, no, never mind. And I was thinking of the last stage. So, of course, we have one more batch of enemies to fight, although I decided to ignore the last two enemies because thanks to that wonderful pop-up where I thought the door was open, nope, it's closed. Thankfully that spring is here so you can go back and kill the other two enemies. So yeah, I like that. So yeah, that's one bit of design I will appreciate. Well, at least appreciate somewhat. But anyway, guys, that is it for Shadow the Hedgehog. That is it for this part because the rest of this video is just nothing but cutscenes. It's familiar stuff, and well, we're gonna be seeing some new content anyway. I'm GameMan584, and see you guys then.
The former king of Soliana used to reside in this castle, but a major accident occurred 10 years ago, and no one's lived there since.
Accident?
I heard a prototype energy engine failed, which caused the accident. I think the name of the plan was...
The Solaris Project. It was an ambitious project, named after their eternal sun god.
Doctor!
It's been a while, my dear Rouge. And of course, Shadow. Now, if you'd be so kind as to hand back the Scepter of Darkness you took from me.
Shadow!
It's no use! Pull back! Pull back! Pull back!
What? His shadow.
Oh, how ironic fate can be. I would never have believed I would be resurrected through your shade. I thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
I'm Mephilis the Dark. What? Did you forget me? I owe much to you, Shadow. Oh, yes. What you gave to me, I now return to you. A one-way ticket to oblivion.
What is this place?
It seems we've been teleported to another location.
Well, let's find out where we are.
Mephilis? Who is he?
I'm in. I've pinpointed our location. It's... No, that's not possible. We're still in the doctor's base, but how can that be? Wait, there's no doubt now.
So it's not where we are? It appears we've gone through time, doesn't it?
Yes, approximately 200 years. Maybe more, depending on when this database was last updated. Well, at least we know we've arrived in the future. That means this Mephilis character has the power to control time.
His power feels very similar to my own chaos control. But...
Boy, do I feel dizzy. Where are we?
Oh, look who's here. I didn't expect to see you guys.
Rouge! Shadow!
Hi, long time no see.
This is the distant future, far removed from our own timeline.
The future? Then that means Eggman's machine can control time!
Eggman's got some nerve dropping us here.
Now, how can we get back to our own time?
You need a space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy.
I see. You mean using your chaos control will...
Yes, but that alone is insufficient.
Okay, Shadow. It looks like we need to work together.